kitchen. We're here to show you a recipe with 3 non-cookers.
That is right. I'm Coach Nicole. This is my mom, Coach Camille, and this is my coach and super good friend, Shannon.
Hi guys, welcome to Coaches in the Kitchen. Super excited to make a recipe today that is very easy to do, and there's different variations of it too. It makes a great side dish, or you can have it as a main entree.
So I was a little nervous about this recipe. It's Spaghetti Squash Gratin. I'm not particularly good with squash, so we're just gonna figure this out together, and Coach Shannon's gonna help us figure out some even easier ways to whip this together.
This is what's so great about our community. We're doing some tough stuff together, right? In Shape Up, we're getting healthy, and sometimes there's gonna be some limiting beliefs, there's gonna be some warfare in that area of our life, because it's holding us back from being the best versions of ourselves. So sometimes recipes like this can intimidate us, preventing us from cooking healthy at all. So we are going to show you how great it is to not only be in community to do hard things, but how easy it can be and fun. So we're gonna start today for the spaghetti, what is it called again?
Spaghetti Squash Gratin.
Spaghetti Squash Gratin. Say that 3 times fast. So what we're gonna start with today is I want you guys to feel comfortable working with this guy. This guy. Good thing I didn't drop it. This is a spaghetti squash. There's all kinds of different squashes. Some of the squashes are program approved and some are not. So you're gonna wanna check with your guidebook, but spaghetti squash is a very popular one and it's delicious. It's decadent, it's savory, and it's rich. So it adds a lot to a lot of our recipes. So what I like to explain about the spaghetti squash is that there's different ways to prepare it for many of the different recipes in the Shape Up group, in our client support group. So anytime your recipe calls for spaghetti squash, what I like to recommend is when I get home from the grocery store, I'm unpacking all my groceries. If I know I'm gonna be preparing something with spaghetti squash that week, I go ahead and I poke it, because you don't want it to explode when you put it in the microwave to cook it. So I'll poke my spaghetti squash and then I'll put it in the microwave for 5-minute increments. And so it's already gonna be preparing the first step for many of the recipes in just cooking the spaghetti squash. So I'm gonna model that for you guys now. I poke this. Okay. I didn't leave that on, it's okay. 5 minutes in the microwave. I do it at 5-minute increments because sometimes spaghetti squashes are small, sometimes they're big, so I just keep checking it. What I'm looking for is the shell to be a little bit soft. That's how I'll know it's done. Okay, so the spaghetti squash is out of the microwave and it's really hot. Okay, if you can imagine a hot potato. So that's why when I go to the grocery store, I like to prepare my spaghetti squash in the microwave, and then a couple days later, I'll take it out of the fridge. It's easier to manage. So then I will scoop out the seeds and throw them away and get out what we like to call, I don't know what we call it, the meat of the spaghetti squash. It's this part here. Now, this is a different method of preparation of the spaghetti squash, and I'm gonna have Coach Camille go over that with you. But I also wanna point out that some of my friends with Instapots, there's a great way to also prepare your spaghetti squash in an Instapot that's very simple. But Camille, tell us how we prepared this one.
So this one is prepared by cutting the squash in half, then we scoop the seeds out prior to baking, and we will place it face down on parchment paper, and put it in the oven at 400 degrees for 30 minutes, and that it'll also come out nice and soft so that you can scrape into a spaghetti-like squash that'll prepare our au gratin for later.
What's great about this method is it makes your house smell really good. Yes. All right, girl, get all the hair off that dog. Wait, that doesn't sound quite right, does it?
All right, you guys, we have 3 cups of squash here. Now, did you see how easy this was? Like, I was a little bit scared, but now that I've seen the process, I feel like it's really easy to do. And it is also pretty darn quick.
Yeah, and look how much it yielded. And we weren't sure if this would give us 3 cups of spaghetti squash. It's a pretty small squash. Another tip for you guys is sometimes when you go to the store to get your squash, they charge you by the pound, by weight. But at Trader Joe's, they charge a small price for each individual spaghetti squash. So that's a good way to save your pennies.
Let's get going on the ingredients,
yeah,
should we?
This part's easy. This part we're just gonna blend in all of the goodness together. We've already measured out here some of the things we're gonna need.
Okay, we're ready to start mixing these ingredients. Let's start with the Greek yogurt, half a cup of low-fat Greek yogurt. And then we're gonna add our cup of reduced fat shredded cheese.
Just to show you guys, these are different options for garlic. We have this one, and we also have this variety. Or fresh is always best, but for today we just opted for either one of these will work. Today we use the chunkier version.
And let's just take a second too, because like we said, we're non-cookers. 2 cloves of minced garlic. What does that equal out to as far as a measurement? Good old Google, I just put it in there. And so a medium-sized clove is 1 teaspoon. So we did 2 to 3 teaspoons in this recipe. Half a tablespoon of thyme.
I just took the thyme, so you know, and I just scrape it off and make it into small pieces.
Hey Camille, take your time.
I just
Good
got
one.
that. A little slow on the draw. 1/4 of a teaspoon of salt.
And a 1/4 teaspoon of pepper. All right, let's mix this all together. We're gonna add the spaghetti squash.
Fold it in. There we go. Let's do that. Thank you. All right, yummy.
I just have this olive oil spray here, and I'm gonna lightly spray this casserole dish.
And that's included in the recipe. It counts towards the healthy fat in the recipe. Awesome. Eating lean and green doesn't have to be boring, like, what is it, boiled chicken and lettuce every night. Doesn't this look yummy? I mean, and melty and yummy and comfort foody. So eating healthy does not have to be all about deprivation. It's just about finding what helps you with your goals and making it work. That's why we have our guidebook. That's why we have our coaches. And that's why we have our community. We're going to create this deliciousness and we're going to eat together and enjoy. No guilt.
So this recipe serves 2. So if you have a larger family, you'll want to double or triple it.
If I'm going to go to the trouble of going to the grocery store and buying all the ingredients and taking the time and messing up my kitchen, I'm going to double or sometimes even triple the recipe, because then it makes great leftovers for those nights when I've got to run the kids around. I've got a lean and green ready to go.
All right, we've got all that in the casserole dish, and now we're gonna top it with our Parmesan, a 1/4 cup reduced fat Parmesan.
You know, for two coaches that said they've never made this before, you're looking like pros.
We're doing it.
That's what's so great about our recipes. They're easy, they don't have a lot of ingredients, and yeah, they're pretty foolproof.
Ready for
We're gonna
that?
stick this uncovered.
Oh. Takes a team.
For
Takes a
30
team.
minutes.
All
30
right.
minutes at 400.
Let's go. Oop, not today. Down here. Into the oven it goes. What is that, the gingerbread man? This is healthier. Yummy. So 400 degrees, how long?
30 minutes.
30 minutes. Yummy. Do you know this lady?
I know that lady.
I love this lady. This is my friend Camille.
Hi.
You know what I love about this part? I love it because it's almost like Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood. So this is my neighbor Camille. So this is Coach Camille.
Hi, everyone.
Yay! And tell us a little bit about this, Camille.
This picture was taken in August. I was pre-diabetic.
How many months ago was that?
4.
About 4 months ago.
Yeah,
Okay.
about 4 months ago. I was pre-diabetic and pretty unhealthy. And I do a lot of ministry with ladies, and I help them in their lives. And one of the areas that I wasn't okay with was my own life and where I was with my health. So 4 months later, I can say here I am, and I'm down 48 pounds and loving life and cooking. Can you believe it?
She's cooking, and can you believe she's a grandmother? Doesn't she look amazing? I tell you what, you look 10 years younger.
Thank you.
Because you're just glowing and thriving and with health. And how has that shown up in your life? You mentioned your ministry. Are you able to do that more? Or?
I am. I'm helping others get healthy. I'm being able to work with my grandson better, being on the floor, being able to pick up. I'm stronger. And most of all, my husband loves it. He just is like, go girl, you look great. Because I just turned 60. And
No
he's
way.
Like, go.
No way.
So,
and your husband got healthy along with you, didn't he?
He did. He
What?
lost 27 pounds.
Isn't it great how that happens, you guys? One of us gets healthy. It's just that natural ripple effect that happens.
That's right.
Yeah.
Love it. Thank you.
Yeah, it's so fun. Oh, you guys, if you could only smell the cheese. Now, this is the gratin. Anything with the word gratin is gonna be amazing. It smells so good. I'm gonna pull it out so you can see how it's sizzling. The cheese is gooey and sizzly. Okay, so let's take a look and dig in. I don't know about you guys. Comment below if you like the crunchy edges or the soft center part of something like this. I'm just gonna take a moment and enjoy. It's beautiful. This would make a beautiful dish to have like for a holiday or a celebration. So where should I go first? Right here. It's so gooey. Right in the middle, right in the middle, right? I gotta get a little bit of the crunchy top. It's gonna be too hot for me to eat, but check this out. I can't do that, I think I will regret it, but I can't wait till it cools off. I'm gonna save this bite for later.